Hello, as you guys may know, finally Obi has decided to quit ADC. On Monday, Obi will officially exit his ADC. Guess what? Obi is leaving ADC together with Kwakanso. Kwankwaso is another very big force. You see, me personally, I'm going to tell you something. If there are two persons, I personally respect and can root for in the North, that if the power finally moves to the North, they should be the #1 flag bearer in the North. Who are these two persons? Number one is Ahmed Dati. Number two is this Kwakanso. You see these two men, they are in fact, the #1 to be trusted in the entire North. By the time power moves from the South to the North, Kwakanso will be the person you guys, Nigeria, should believe on. Atiku, is a very bad omen to our politics. Yes. Atiku, one thing I see when I look at Atiku, one thing I think about him is that maybe there is this kind of entitlement mentality that he is supposed to be a president. Finally, he has collapsed the party he created by himself. On Monday now, that party will experience the tranquility box LP, Labour Party, experienced. And that will be a bid for farewell to this party. Yes. Obi has finally exited the party. What happened is that, you see, they had this, coalition summit in Ibadan, or your states, as the case may be. Well, but they had this coalition party and this coalition meeting, and the coalition summit was supposed to be, what coalition summit is now? Maybe, let us, how do we strategize? How do we come together and then put up our logistics in order to make sure we unseat the current president? And then, but guess what? That party was a Dagbo party. That party was a shop for vice. Can you imagine that? A shop for vice. Obi was invited. Kwankwaso was invited. But when they got there, they got the shock of their life. Yes, because he said, okay, this man want that boss. That same thing they did to Wiki when they were in PDP, in Port Harcourt. That was the same game they wanted to play to Obi. You see, Obi didn't build obedience. Obedience wanted, what they need is a new Nigeria. And the person, the flag bearer who they think that will actually drive this new Nigeria is Obi. They didn't join Obi because Obi, was one guy that gives money, or because he's a kind of guy, that's, but he holds the real key to what Nigerians want. The people are tired of this old wine recycling the same thing over and over again. Renewed hope that your current president promised you. This is the renewed hope. Look at the renewed hope. That is what we are facing now. This is the renewed hope. Right? So you can see that when people are not, do not actually portray this sign of integrity, just from a little circle, from the party circle, tell me what will happen when it gets to when they hold the power completely. Oh, now don't that is now don't finish. Pray first of all that this current president does not return, because now there you will understand the difference between 6 and half a dozen. Yes, but anyway, that is by the way. Obi has finally quitted the party, and on Monday they will be officially announcing it. If you see right now, there is some sort of depression, tranquility, and a kind of disorganization in that party right now. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows they are left from right. The only problem I am having is I keep emphasizing it that things like this shouldn't happen at the dying minute. Maybe, well, according to their calculation, maybe they still have time, right? It might be. But helter-skelter things does not really yield well. It's even if it comes out very well or comes out successfully, there is always this stress of trying to put things together, and that stress spoils things a lot. Yes. Things like this, decisions like this should not happen at the very last moment of, or towards the end of the road, for everything. Just a little bit. if Obi had not, if this decision had not taken place, a little bit of actions could actually impede his movement, and he will be stuck in the party. So he has decided to pull out, and then he's pulling out with another very big northern force, Kwakanso, who actually has, according to them, agreed to second him to be his vice. Yes, because it has been anticipated that Kwankwaso has agreed to be the vice of Obi in this running. He said that that's a very wise game to play, because being his vice now means that after the party, after the election, definitely after this term, the power will be moving to the north. And who takes over the power? And I say, as they take the play card, when you play chess, you play chess intelligently. Atiku thinks that, okay, if he cannot be the president, Obi should not be the president. They invited Obi in order either to bring him down or to support us. That if at least if you, no matter what, if you come with 1 million people, if you are living, you definitely live with at least 700 or 800. Some of them will be left behind. It does not make sense. ADC is gone and is finally gone forever. Nothing is going to come out from ADC. That is just the truth. ADC is finished. For ADC, Otilo, Okbari. Yes. So on Monday, officially, Obi will be announcing his exit from ADC. And for everybody who wants new Nigeria, watch out for the next move and be ready to key in. A lot of Forbidden are not, they've actually been cold for Obi even moving into that ADC. Because if you look at them, they're now only close then change. They are PDP. Now PDP members. That's just who they are. Everybody there in a PDP, and those same group that traded on billions of dollars left, right, and center in Port Harcourt, and them still did that place. The place is only missing one person, which is Wike. But it's still the same culture, the same group, the same structure, the same everything in that place. They are not taking us anywhere. If you follow this page, and let us see what happens on Monday. We will update you as things progresses. See you again in our next updates. I remain your #1 updates guy, Jude Moore. See you again.